And it's your boy Papa Duck. Like, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Hit the notifications so you're notified every time I drop a video. Yes, look below. You'll see our merch store. Please grab your shirt, t-shirt, anything. Whatever y'all buy from my merch store goes back to our channel to help spread this message. I got a very important video for y'all today. This is gonna question y'all religion. This is gonna question y'all future, and this should bring a lot of clarity to what you see going on today. I want y'all to understand that this is real, okay? And it is happening right now. I've done a video touching on it a little minute ago, but basically what we were talking about is like transhumanism. Please look that up. Please do your research on that. Gonna blow y'all mind. Like I said, I got a video I'm finna show y'all in a second, and I'm finna just tell y'all basically what it is. Just like I said before, these people are playing God in a whole nother way. This is no joke, folks. You know what I'm saying? When you see this video, you should question, you know, why would God let this happen? You know what I'm saying? And it's not in a bad way. But we at some point, we got to wake the fuck up. Like, I'm tired of just acting like, you know, listen, people, transhumanism is real. This is where you're going to be half human, half robot, and at some point, totally robot. This is where they're going. Has a lot to do with that, but they're trying to get y'all to go get, and a lot of y'all lining up going to get it. Transhumanism is basically you're a cyborg. We are cyborgs right now because we use our phone in an everyday matter. It is an extension of our life, so we are cyborgs, and this is by like involuntary servitude. They kind of snuck this in on us, so we volunteered involuntarily without knowing, because they created a world where phones are well needed and so forth. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand that at some point they are trying to stop aging. And a lot of y'all gonna jump on it. A lot of people gonna jump on it. A lot of people gonna want to be like, I want to live forever. And this is basically what it is. You got it, what they call mind uploading. You know what I'm saying? Where they take your consciousness or your soul or your mind and transfer it to a digital hard drive, which takes you out of this avatar and puts you in a computer, and you can live forever. This is why everything is so computerized. Everything on TV, Netflix, think about it. Everything consists of some type of robot or computer, because they want to massage this idea into your head. I'm telling y'all, people, wake the fuck up, man. Wake up. This is no joke. This is no joke. You should think about where the world is going. Okay? And like I say, it should make you want to question religion, not in no bad way, but just like, we need to see like what the fuck. Like, listen, man, when I show y'all this video, man, it's gonna blow y'all head. And like I say, do your own research on it, because they are creating a world that's gonna and it's gonna be weaponized, of course, but you got to think how the world gonna be in the next 20, 30 years, hell, the next 10 years. I'm telling y'all, man, this is serious, man. We're gonna be we're already cyborgs, so people gonna have you know, or your arm gonna be robotic. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna use it for autism. They're gonna come up with all these things. But I'm telling y'all, they have developed a way to take your consciousness out your mind, your brain. We see it as a brain, but people don't understand how the brain works. We don't understand nothing because they don't tell us. But what I'm telling you is they transferring it from your avatar, which is your body, into a computer or a digital hard drive. And now a person can speak to you through a computer. It's still you. Cause this is cloning. This is, I can't even put in words how sick this is and what's it going to do to us. Because the top percenters, as they do and have been doing and going to continue to do, because we let them, they're going to use this in their favor. They're going to use this to what they see fit. So what I'm telling you is, in so many years, it's not gonna be a religion. Like, you can say, oh, God ain't gonna do this or that ain't gonna happen. It's happening, man. Like, I don't want to get back and forth on a religion. I believe in the Most High. I believe that, man, I know man ain't created the moon and the sun, but we're not finna get into that battle. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up, okay? It's time to wake up. Now, I'm finna show y'all this video, and I do apologize for the verbiage that I'm using, but it's just time to wake up, man. It's time to stop playing and acting like you don't see what's going on. You're going to get swept under the tide. We got time now to stop and prevent this. So when this stuff start coming our way, as a whole, we have to come together and not use it. You know what I'm saying? Be subjective to it. Like, we don't want that. We ain't finna, but we got to come together. But I'm telling y'all, this is real. So with no further ado, man, I want y'all to check this video out and be open-minded. Transhumanism is real.
To the majority of us, life is hard, yet fairly simple. We live, we do things, we get sick, and we die. And that's about it. Full stop. Nothing we can do about it. To others, though, that's not really the case. There is something we can do about it, and that is to change the basis of what it means to be human. Ben Gaetzel is one of those guys. I met him at an AGI conference in Berlin. AGI stands for Artificial General Intelligence, and it basically consists of a lot of very smart people who think we're close to creating super intelligent AI.
I think digital immortality is definitely going to happen. My hope is it happens within my own lifetime so I can take advantage of it. If it doesn't, I'm sure it will happen within the next century at worst.
Is that what you're working towards now?
Digital immortality is one of the goals I'm working towards. I aim to build an artificial general intelligence, an AI system that can become massively smarter than human beings and understand more about the universe than any human possibly could.
Ben and others like him call themselves transhumanists.
Transhumanism is the idea that we can improve man in all imaginable respects.
The plan is to do this by way of science and technology. People in the world of transhumanism have a few common ideologies. One, for example, is that the human brain is limited and human evolution needs to be altered manually. Another is a pretty controversial one, that aging is something that should not exist. It's a disease.
We really need to abolish aging in the same way that we need to abolish cancer and we need to abolish rape and murder. Aging, we just shouldn't allow to exist. And the fact that everyone takes for granted, you know, there's no choice but to just get old, die, and rot. I mean, in 100 years, that will be looked on as insanely barbaric, the same way we look back on slavery as insanely barbaric now.
In California, a foundation has been set up based on this idea. Created by British transhumanist Aubrey de Grey, it's called SENS and works to abolish aging and age-related disease. They plan to do this by developing methods to slow down, stop, and even reverse aging.
Aging is a medical condition. In other words, it's something that has the potential, in the end, to be prevented by medicine.
A life without involuntary death is a core belief in the transhumanist search for the future human. But as well as changing how our cells work, how else may we achieve this? Let's take a look at a few of the ideas proposed. First up, mind uploading, also called whole brain emulation.
The mind is a pattern of organization rather than a specific collection of meat, of physical matter.
This is the rather incredible idea that we can take an exact copy of our brains and place it on something like a hard drive.
So the pattern of organization that is me, that is Ben Gaetzel's mind, could be realized in a digital substrate, it could be realized in a quantum computer, it could be realized inside some global computer network. That pattern of organization that is me could have many different kinds of bodies and different kinds of incarnations, and that should be really amazing to experience once it comes about.
In this matrix-like existence, we would live in the silicon, or in other words, servers, and our new brains could be copied numerous times. So there could be many versions of ourselves theoretically placed in any type of body.
It's not far-fetched to actually have that happen with our minds and have a way to download our mind into something that is like this. I mean, this is very early, so who knows what it's going to look like in 2050 and the types of technologies that we'll have. But that's why we're doing what we do, so that we can advance that for the future.
What will we look like in the future?
Like a planet around a star.
Can we take a selfie together?
Okay, do you mean you and me? If I took it, what would I do with the selfie together?
you would post it onto the internet and all your friends would think you were very cool. Okay, let's take a selfie. There we go. Mind uploading is a long way into the future, if it's even possible at all. But there's already work going on to map the entire brain. And, as we learn more, some scientists think it may be possible to replicate the content of our brains to create consciousness in a computer-like device. This takes us on to our next topic of discussion. Many transhumanists believe in the idea of the three supers.
Super longevity, super intelligence, and super well-being.
In other words, being superhuman. So, to the next in our list of possibilities, cybernetics and cyborgs.
For me, it's a very practical scenario for the future that we will become cyborgs.
Kevin Warwick is a British scientist who's known for being one of the world's first cyborgs.
Cybernetics is all about humans and technology merging together. So as far as transhumanism is concerned, it's upgrading humans by linking with technology.
In a way, we already have many breakthroughs that suggest a future in cybernetics. Advanced prosthetics, robots, and technology being merged more and more with our bodies. But in 2002, Kevin took it a step further. Tell me about your experiment.
Well, what I did was to have 100 electrodes fired into my nervous system to link my nervous system with the computer. And in that way, we tried different experiments, giving me extrasensory input, ultrasonic senses, if you like, and linking my nervous system to the internet so that I could control a robot hand across the Atlantic Ocean via the internet, but also experience what the hand was feeling.
So you could actually feel within your body. Could you feel, that kind of sensory input? You could, if someone touched it, could you feel?
How I was experiencing it was electrical pulses in my brain, so I could feel how much force the hand was applying as it was my third hand.
Kevin's wife also joined in the experiment, and he said they managed to communicate with each other brain to brain.
I had electrodes in my nervous system and my wife had electrodes placed in her nervous system, and we linked our nervous systems together. So literally when she closed her hand, my brain received a pulse. So it was a bit like telegraphy, if you like, a telegraph system, that we were able to communicate electronically, from nervous system to nervous system. And clearly the next step is simply doing the same thing, brain to brain.
Kevin thinks this is the future, and he also thinks we'll exist in cyborg-like bodies that we can tinker with and replace like you would a car. Elsewhere, there's steady progress on a similar but biological idea. Scientists are already growing body parts out of cells with incredible success, helping us to live for longer. But in the world of transhumanism, the idea of moving away from the body is a common one.
I think soon we'll be able to design bodies we want so that everyone can look how they want. It's probably later we can start changing our minds to be how we want them to be.
Many seeing a future of virtual bodies, like a new age version of the video game Second Life. And some even designing prototypes out of prosthetic, physical outer bodies.
What if we could build new bodies that are healthier, more sustainable, longer lasting, regenerative, and self-healing?
Whatever we do though, transhumanists insist they need to be emerging with technology. Otherwise we run the risk of being taken over by it.
If you want to stay in the future as a human, it's a very bleak future. If humans do exist, it will be in terms of being pets or as slaves, servants, that sort of thing.
This is based on the notion of the singularity.
Singularity is a moment sometime in future when the AI and technology will emerge to a point where it will start accelerating so fast that it's practically impossible to predict what will happen in next step.
Basically, a point in time in which some scientists predict computer processing will reach such an exponential level of growth that we could be surpassed in intelligence by super intelligent AI. That takes us on to our next topic, ethics. There are so many ethical implications that come up when talking about a future of potential immortality. First up, who even wants this? Who wants to live in a world where humans as we know them today might not even exist? And whatever does inhabit this planet might not even be human at all. As well as that, who gets to decide who becomes immortal? Will the rich just keep it for themselves and leave the poor to dry? On a trip to Oxford University, I posed some of these questions to Dr. Anders Sandberg, a philosopher and transhumanist who is head of the university's Future of Humanity Institute.
Who gets to live forever? Obviously money will be involved, will it be a case where the richest amongst us, live for 500 years and the poorest die when we die right now?
Well, you could imagine a society where the haves want to keep immortality for themselves, but they keep it out of the hands of the have-nots. But the neighboring society that distributes it between everybody will do much better economically and will be out-competing the first elitist society rather quickly. The idea that immortality is something super special, I think we're going to find in retrospect, once we achieve indefinite lifespans, that, there wasn't that much to it.
All of these things and all of these ideas about our future are obviously very varied and very different, and there's so many possibilities. But who gets to make these decisions?
In many ways, nobody makes these decisions. They just happen. Occasionally, it's going to be individuals that just do something. But I think overall, in the long run, I think humanity is going to be a rather well-coordinated species. Or it's going to be an extinct species.
There are many more ethical problems to be addressed. But Anders thinks we would remain human in some part, through our shared history and experiences. And those in the world of transhumanism believe this time of an indefinite lifespan is coming. The exact timescales, though, vary wildly. Those outside this world, however, are yet to be convinced, many thinking it's nothing more than science fiction. Transhumanists, though, remain confident. So confident that many, like Anders, are hedging their bets, using cryonics to be frozen upon death in the hope that they'll one day be brought back to a future life.
Oh, so you're going to get frozen?
Yeah. So I get a little bit of extra chance for it. Maybe not a high one, but at least a small extra chance.
The huge price tag, sometimes up to $200,000 per body and $80,000 per head, is something they see as a fair price for immortality. Either way, if this is to be our future, it'll be a radically different one. And it seems it may lie in an existence away from the human body, and even away from humans as we know them now.
How